Welcome back, and today we are going to discuss conditionals. Conditionals are clauses that use the words if and unless in them. They use these words to show a condition that something will or will not be done when something else is done or not done. For example, let's use the sentence we used in a previous section. I will not go to the wedding, if it is raining out. In this sentence, the speaker will not go to the outdoor wedding if it is raining outside. Instead, they will do something else if the weather is raining outside. This sentence can be written with an unless condition. Unless literally means if not. With a double negative in a sentence, it gives the sentence a positive meaning. I will go to the outdoor wedding, unless it's raining. The sentence still remains to state, they will only go to the wedding if it's sunny outside. These two are the same sentence, have the same meaning, just written differently. The following is 4 ways to write a sentence using conditionals. If you notice, they are all written differently, but have the same meaning. The person speaking will only go to the wedding if it's sunny outside. I will not go to the outdoor wedding, unless it's sunny. I will go to the outdoor wedding. If it is sunny, I will go to the outdoor wedding. Unless it's raining, I will not go to the outdoor wedding, if it's raining. One thing to remember, this is written in present tense talking about a future event. It cannot be written in a past perfect continuous state or a present perfect continuous. You can only write it in a future or present tense. As previously discussed, conditionals are phrases that dictate when you will do something and what needs to be done for you to accomplish that task. They contain the words if and unless. Examples would be, I will not go swimming, if it's raining. If it's raining, I will not go. I will go swimming, unless it's raining. If it's raining, I will not go. I will go swimming, if it's sunny. If it's sunny, I will go. I will not go swimming, unless it's sunny. If it's sunny, I will go. The word unless literally means if not. So if you write I will not go swimming, unless it's sunny, you are saying a negative twice, not an unless. Because of this, you are saying I will go swimming, if it's sunny. This first sentence is known as a negative. A double negative is when you use 2 negative terms in the same sentence. When you do this, the negative sentence becomes positive. An example of a double negative sentence not used in a conditional would be, I don't know nothing. I know something. Conditionals are written in present and future tenses. They cannot be written in past tenses and only in simple forms. You can use the words if or unless at the beginning of a sentence. The word order of the clause does not make a difference where the condition goes, before the main clause or after the main clause. If you go, I will go too. I will go if you go. Unless you go, I won't go. I won't go unless you go. Now, let's make it confusing. There are 5 types of conditional sentences in English type 0, describing known facts. We use this with the simple present. Type 1. A possible situation and the result. We use will plus infinitive. Type 2. A hypothetical condition and its possible result. We use would and infinitive. Type 3. An impossible past situation and its result in the past. We use would plus perfect infinitive. Mixed conditionals. An impossible past situation and its result in the present. We use the past perfect. Let's go over these one by one. The structure of type 0 conditional sentences. Main part. Present simple. If part. Present simple examples. Water boils if you heat it to 100 degrees Celsius. A red light comes on if you press the main button. In type 0 sentences, if can be replaced by when. Examples. When you heat ice, it melts. It gets dark when the sun goes down. Type 1 conditional sentences. Open condition. This type of sentence expresses real and possible situations in the future. It is possible for the condition to be met. The structure of type 1 conditional sentences. Main part. Will plus infinitive. If part. Present simple examples. We will stay at home if it snows. She will get angry if I'm late for the party. If we get the money for this job, we will buy a new car. Will you help Amanda if she asks you? Type 2 conditional sentences. Half-open condition. This type of conditional sentence describes an unreal situation with regard to the present or future. a hypothetical condition that can only be fulfilled in theory. The structure of Type 2 conditional sentences. Main part. Would plus infinitive. If part. Past simple in conditional sentences. The past tense form of the verb to be is were for all persons. Was is also used, although only in spoken or conversational English. Examples. We would stay at home if it snowed. I would buy a new board if I had more money. If he were rich, he'd buy an island. If you left now, you'd catch the last bus. Type 2 conditional sentences are also used when making polite requests. Examples. I would be grateful if you helped me. He would be so pleased if you came to the birthday party. The phrases if I were you or if I were in your place are usually used to give advice. Examples. If I were you, I would accept the offer. If he were in your place, he would do it. Type 3 conditional sentences. Closed condition. Type 3 conditional sentences are used to express situations that cannot exist, such as actions or events that happened in the past. They are often used to indicate a missed opportunity. The structure of Type 3 conditional sentences. Main part. Would plus perfect infinite. If part. Past perfect examples. If you hadn't been late for work, the boss wouldn't have gotten furious. They would have finished earlier if the meeting hadn't been held so late. If I had won the lottery, I would have bought a house by the sea. Would you have helped me if I had asked you? Mixed conditionals. This type of conditional sentence uses mixes different parts of the above-mentioned conditional sentence types. There are a few combinations. The condition emphasizes the result of the action in the present in the past tense, or the present-day condition emphasizes the result of the action in the past. Examples. If you had taught me how to make waffles, in the past, I wouldn't have to buy them in a shop, now. I would buy a house by the sea, now or in the future, if I had won the lottery last week. Their team would have scored more in the match yesterday if they were good players. Important grammatical notes. If the modal verbs can, could, may, might or should are used in the main part of the sentence, they take the place of will. We can go to the seaside if you have time tomorrow. If you leave now, you may catch the last bus. If you want to pass the exam, you should study much harder. The words will and would are not usually used in the if part, except when they express willingness, for example, in requests, that is, when they carry a modal meaning. If you will phone the manager now, he will surely make an appointment with you. Willingness. I would be very thankful if you would help me with my homework. Very polite request. The word should in the if part can mean, if perhaps, or, by any chance. I would be very happy if he should turn up at the party. He's not at all likely to come, but perhaps. In negative sentences, if, not can be substituted with unless. You won't pass the exam unless you study very hard. Equals if you don't study very hard. If can be omitted from the sentence if the word order is changed. This is sometimes done in Type 3 conditional sentences if the if part is at the beginning of the sentence, or in Type 2 sentences if the verb were is used. Were I rich, I would buy a house by the sea. Equals if I were rich. Had your cousin come earlier, I would have shown her around the house. Equals if she had come earlier. Well, that is all the time we have for today. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here.